Let's get started. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? And thank you for joining my webinar. And hi, Facebook fan. I know some of you guys are watching right now. And so I really appreciate you guys join me today. And today we're going to talk about the business operation checklist. It's a July series. It's going to be about 4 times. So the next 4 weeks, today's the week 1. And basically, I'm going to focus on the business operations, sales, and marketing so that you can reopening your business in a right way and also stay in business, okay? Let me get started with the screen share. Okay. So as I said that today's is the week 1 of our July webinar series and how to set up your business operation checklist for reopening and staying business. And my name is Victoria Bracha. I'm a business advisor and financial strategist with Victory Finance, Inc. And the July's webinar on Thursdays, I have Tuesday and Thursday, but the Thursday ones are going to focus on your business operation and sales and marketing in the area. So you will be able to not only survive, but also thrive in your business, even right now in a difficult, challenging time, okay? So are you ready to reopen and stay in business? This July's webinar is going to provide you with a playbook and guide for small business owners to reopen and stay in business. It's going to show the action steps you can take and you need to take also for your business so that you will be prepared for the new norm. Okay, I know that there are a lot of webinars information out there, right? And so it's not to say confusion sometimes, but also overwhelming. So why listening to me? Okay, so let me quickly introduce myself. For some of you haven't been to my webinar, even though I've been doing that for quite a while now. So I'm a certified business advisor for Silicon Valley Small Business Development Center. It's a nonprofit organization funded by SBA and local government. And for our center, it's from the Santa Clara County. We offer free business support for local businesses to navigating not only through the SBA disaster loans, but also just to help your businesses succeed in general. And I get updated almost on daily basis through SBA and SBDC directly. So the information I have is current and up to date. So this way that there's not as much of confusion and hearsay in that sense, okay? And as my business experience, I have owned and managed a women's clothing boutique store for 15 years. I did a manufacture and also wholesaled over to 100 stores throughout the United States, women's boutiques. And combined with my degree in finance, I really have a good understanding and experience and expertise in not only just business sales, operation, marketing, but also money management as well too. Currently, I am on advisory board for Industry Council for Small Business Development, an ambassador for Silicon Valley Central Chamber of Commerce, and also sit on Asian Affairs Business Committee with Cupertino Chamber of Commerce. As you know, I'm pretty active in the local business committees, helping small business owners, especially brick and mortar businesses. And I have been a business advisor and finance strategist and consultant for over 4 years now. Okay, now I try to put things in a simple way, break down in a simple way, because business, there are so many aspects of business and a lot of things that we have to think and worry and concern about. And I just figured if I can break it down to like three areas, 3 steps, it's much easier for you to understand and to implement. Because a lot of time we get a lot of knowledge, we say, oh yeah, good idea, but because it's in a way that it's harder to implement, then it gets lost, and it doesn't get done, right? And also at the end, I'm also going to show you that free assistant I can help small business owners, so you know that that's something you need help with, and all the service for free. Okay, so that, and let me get started, because I know sometimes people having Q&As, because a lot of Q&A are very specific for different industries. So you can put in there or you can email me, but I will answer you and follow up with you offline. So this way I can give as much as the general information as possible for different businesses, so people don't feel like, oh, this does not apply to me, right? I want to make it a little bit more general, but specifically for your industry, definitely contact me and I can help you with. Okay, as I said again, the services are free. Okay, so the area 1 is the money matters. Again, I break down to the 3-step process to get your business finance in order. For the area 1, what I do is basically on Tuesdays, 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So it's going to be focused more on the finance, the SBA disaster loan, additional fundings and grants. Okay, so mark your calendar if you're interested in the finance money aspect. Now the Thursday ones at 3 p.m. I'm going to focus on the area 2, business operation. Again, the 3-step process to get your business ready for reopen. And I know for reopening, and I know that a lot of businesses are already open. Some business has kind of slowed down the opening process. So it's going to cover all that. And then the area 3 is the sales and marketing. Again, these are the 3-step process. I'm actually going to break the sales into 3-step process and the marketing into 3-step process as well too. All this is going to be on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So now just briefly, so you have a little bit of a whole understanding of where I'm coming from, and then the specific things each week we're going to talk about specifically, okay? But just as an overview on money matters, it's going to be the step 1 would be get your SBA disaster loans in order, and you have the checklist about whether your PPP and EIDL, microloan, different ones, different loans, 7A and 504 loans. And also a lot of grants available too. So that's the step 1 is, sort orders for that. And step 2 is basically the tracking accounting system, setting it up so that, that your PPP will be 100% forgiven because you follow the guideline for what's the forgiveness, right? And also the EID, or what you can use, what you can't use. So different things for that part. And this is a PPP 100% forgiveness checklist, right? And again, if you're interested in that list, definitely I can email you the list, okay? Just contact me. And third thing is getting your sales and expense projection done, whether it's to recalculate your sale, cost of goods, other business expenses. I know that PPE right now is costing a lot of money, and that's kind of the business expense we didn't think that we need before, right? And then also very important is renegotiate with your rent and the suppliers. So and that's just a quick view, right, with the finance aspect as well too. So as I said, Tuesday, it's more going to be the SBA loan briefing and money matters. So the briefing is going to be like 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes. And then we're going to talk all about your business finance, sales, expense projections, additional fundings, and PPP trackers and checklists. And then Thursdays is going to be in July is going to be key areas about your business operations, sales, marketing for your business in the COVID-19 era. And so I'm going to spend about 45 minutes to talk about that aspect. Okay, so before I talk about it, I just want to quickly show you on the Tuesday, July's Tuesday. So July 7th is a weekly, every week I will have a weekly SBA loan briefing for 15 minutes. Then the next 45 minutes or so is going to be update on a new PPP and EIDL disbursement process. This one's already done, but if you need the recording, just email me. I can send you the recording. Oh, wait, yeah, oh yeah, I did start recording, good. And then July 14th is the setting after the briefing. It's how to set up an accounting spreadsheet for tracking. And I'll give you the PPP tracker and checklist. And then July 21st, after the briefing, it's how to do your business and sales and projections. That's that one. And then also July 28th, it's going to be how to get additional business loans and get your financing order. So that's going to be the July Tuesdays webinars. And again, it's 3 p.m. Pacific time. You can register, okay? I have it on the Eventbrite and the Victoria Bracha, or you can call me 382-1118, or toll free 833-382-1118. So 382-1118, okay? And or email me info@victoryfinanceinc.com, and then I can just email you the information you needed. And there, if you visit my website, victoryfinancing.com, there's also different information there for small business owners, and also with a special page for the disaster loans as well too. And you can also book a free 15 minutes appointment. That's calendly.com/victoryfinanceinc, victoryfinance/15 minute. Okay, so I'll have that information again if you need the contact information again, okay? info@victoryfinanceinc.com. Okay, let's start it with the business operation for reopening. As we know now, different state or even different county are in different stage of reopening. Most of them has done with the stage 1. Thank God, right? It's done. Now it's either your business is in stage 2 or stage 3, okay? With the stage 1, even though I know we are already finished right now, even say we're not, we're in now, but we're actually in stage 2 right now. This picture is already a little bit out of date. But one thing, you want to make sure is the 4 things: the physical and the work flow adaptation, essential workplace safety net, PPE more widely available, and individual behavior change. So you want to make sure that all these are checked, okay, for that, even you're in stage 2 or in stage 3. Okay, since most people are in stage 2 and also roll back to stage 2, I will just talk a little bit more. It's basically that retail or the restaurant now has the outdoor dining, right? And curbside pickup. Manufacturing are opening with social distancing, and some of the office, a lot of office are now done with the basically telework, like remote working. And as there are also more public space available, although there's some kind of a pushback as well too. So that's basically the stage 2. And then for stage 3, I understand that they are like in a mix, right? At least I'm happy that the personal care is kind of open. So the hair, nail salon and gyms are open. Although gyms are a little bit, it depends, but I'm glad the hair and nail salons are open, and the summer entertainment venue is still not open right now, and in-service religious service, I think, is open as well too, okay? And as we are still not at the stage 4 yet, hopefully, with the new, even though it looks really bad, but with the new advanced technology, hopefully it's going to get to that stage 4, but we don't know yet, right? And the evidence of also medical research as the immunity, group and immunity, right? Community immunity in that sense, we don't know yet, but it's for us, we want to stay, as a business owner, we want to stay nimble, whether we are right now in stage 2 or transition to stage 3, or we're already in stage 3, but seems like the states or your county is rolling back to stage 2 or something like that, right? So you want to make sure that you have that ability to stay nimble enough to adapt. And so the 3 steps, okay? The first step, I know by now you've probably done already, is get the enough PPE and retrofit your business for social distancing, okay? So any business you have, make sure that, and if you are in personal service kind of area, like say hair and nail, right? And or spas, all this, maybe by just this social distancing would be spacing out appointment and something like that, right? So maybe it's a little bit less, but for a lot of business like a restaurant, whatever, set up outdoor dining and different things, it's going to be a little bit more involved. So every business are different in that sense, okay? So the checklist, again, even though the business are different for what kind of retrofitting you need and PP you need, but it's always good to definitely do research beyond the requirement. Find out what's the best safety practice for your business. Again, if you need help and support, definitely contact me as well too, right? Here are some of the resources. One is, and that this is also online as well, it's Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, we know as, right? And the guideline for opening up American again, and coronavirus.org, and U.S. Chamber of Commerce state-by-state business reopening guidance. And also most important is your county's website for the opening, right? Because even states can be varied depending on county to county. So make sure you check the county website. And that one's harder for the link. The rest of them are all links that I can send to you. County is too complicated. Okay, your checklist. Remember, your employees come first, actually comes before your customers. Okay, so that's important to remember, and make sure that you have proper personal protective equipment before you open, and you also have adequate amount, because I know that a lot of PPE supply is like, kind of in short supply. So you want to make sure in a way and to prepare a little bit more than you think you need, just in case of shortage. You don't want to open them because you don't have the PPE and have to close, right? And then social distancing. Um, Make sure that you have already installed some kind of physical barrier, some kind of layout, so that your business is set to go. Okay. A lot of them probably is already set, so it's great. It's just a checklist. Mark your have the checklist and mark it off. That's a nice thing to do, right? And also know how to monitor your employees' health. You need to develop a plan for monitoring your employees' COVID-19 symptoms. Again, another checklist on that. Basically, before, because of the Privacy Act, we're not supposed to ask, the people like, oh, how do you feel? Are you like this and that, right? And now, because of the COVID-19, you are okay to check their temperature, okay to ask the symptom if they have that cold symptom, and okay to ask if they have gotten COVID tests. You can request that as well too, for the safety of the other employee and all your customers, and also for yourself as well too, and your family, right? So now you have the right to do all that. Okay, so make sure you exercise that right, and keep everybody safe. And second thing, again, I'm very much into checklists, because once you have a system, when you develop a checklist, it's easy, right? You just go through anybody you can give to really a junior possession staff, and just to check everything up, rather than you have to have somebody keep on repeating, right? It's a checklist. And then the second thing is to keep checklist, right? Keep it checked, is keep everybody updated. It's very important because of the new COVID related policies, right? And your business may be different from the other people, so it cannot be just boilerplate, right? So you want to have your policy, service, and procedures specific for your business, and develop that checklist, and let your employee, customer, and to know, right, that. And then also make sure that there's a signage throughout the store even before people come in. Because say if you want to, some states it's already mask is required. It's a requirement, right? It's not encouraged or recommended, it's required. But for some state or some county, and it's encouraged or suggested, right? It's a very kind of word. But when people enter to your store, your business, place of business, you have the right to request it, right? So, but you just want to make sure it's like the sign is outside visible before people even come in. They already know your rules, okay? So that's very important in that sense. And also make sure you have developed some kind of, newsletter or email. Email is okay. But I think, if it can be something nice and more engaging, like a newsletter to let them know about your updates, I would say during that COVID time, you want to develop a weekly newsletter. I know a lot of business usually have monthly newsletter, but now it's a good idea to have weekly newsletter, okay? And also it's important to, keep yourself covered from liability when it comes to staff, right? Because you don't want to staff and say, oh, I didn't know about that, even though you talked about it. So whether you're now to staff meeting, maybe it's easier doing online because, it's hard to get everybody when you talk, right? And then this also will be, you can record it, and then that recording will be out. And also you want to go send them an email after the meeting as well to recap what is said, and have them send you back the acknowledgement. So now, if they say, oh, I don't know, you mentioned that, I didn't know, right? You can say, look, we did online, staff meetings, or you can be staff meeting if you just have one person, right? Another person, it can be a one-on-one, but it's still an online meeting. But also you still follow up, with the recording link, and also with the email, recap the important things, and have that person or have your employees, staff, and then basically replying back to you, say, yes, okay, I understand it. Okay, so that's very important to cover yourself, your business, for potential liability issues. Okay, step 3 is to really check and reevaluate your inventory. Stock the items that are relevant for our current situation. Right now, whether it's you are in the service sectors, or you are, in the retail sector, right? Some of the inventories, some of the goods you're carrying may not be relevant to today's situation. You might need to stock something that's more relevant than more people want, in people's behavior that change, right? Because now, actually, I think Amazon has it. Like all of a sudden last month, I couldn't find yeast, right? I was thinking, okay, I had them before. I had a bread machine. I make the food, right? All of a sudden there isn't, because people start to change. They started to do more baking, some more cooking at home, right? The different, it depends on your service sector, right? Depending on the service sector. Say if you're a restaurant, right? Maybe that you can do some kind of, kind of a kit, like home cooking kit in a way, with an explanation, with the material, raw material. They can, and then just, clean everything, and then just seal, so people feel it's clean, right? And then of course, once they cook it, the germ virus gets killed anyway, in the higher temperature, right? So it's okay. It's, it's kind of safe. And then do something like that, like a little bit more innovative in that sense, in terms of your inventory. Okay. And then the checklist, again, very important. Just even as I mentioned about the restaurant pivoting, doing this, kind of home cooking kit, right? That's, again, it's a business planning. So create your COVID-19 business planning. What we have planned, or we started before, what you're familiar with before with your business, it has been totally changed. What can you do, right? So how can you be sure that your business is going to be relevant, so therefore you can not only survive but even thrive in the business, right? The planning is, in that case, is crucial. Okay. And now the things you need to consider when you're doing a planning is, and I think next week I'm doing a next business planning. I think it's in next Tuesday. I will see, I think on next Thursday. But anyway, there's a business planning is very important. What things you want to consider is a new sales projection, and lay out new budget, and account for your COVID-related expenses. PPEs are expensive, those things, right? And also how you can keep your product on shelf, and how you might need to adjust your service for the COVID-19 era, and how to address your reduced revenue. And I know some businesses are doing well, but most of the business has really, the sales had decreased dramatically. Okay, so what can you do to address that issue? We all need more sale, right? Wishful thinking is not enough. We really need to have this sales and marketing plan, a strategy, so you can generate new revenue. Okay, so, and again, I think I have webinars, upcoming webinar to address all this. Just join my webinar, you'll have this. And then, of course, the other part of checklist is the adapt and adjust. Be ready to adapt and adjust your strategy, and review what works, what doesn't work, and all the new regulations. because you may plan something and because of regulation change, or maybe as I say, the stage change, right? You are already in, say, stage 3, and then some area they're kind of rolling back to stage 2. I know like a lot of like a restaurant, bars, right? Restaurants still open, especially outdoor restaurant, outdoor seating is definitely open right now. But the indoor or the bars, right? A lot of places, the bar was open. Now they shut down the bar. So it really kind of make it difficult in a sense that, you, even though you had your plan ready, right? So you want to make sure that you adapt it. So if it's a stage 2, if the bar is closed, what can I do to generate income? I know, by just looking at it non-creatively, you'll say, well, it's closed. What can I do? It's closed. I can't do anything. But by looking at it creatively, maybe there's something else you can do, some kind of service, some kind of video, making kind of interesting drinks or whatever it is. Or again, like doing some kind of kits, right? Because kit, kind of drinking kit, right? In a sense, that people will come and buy your kit, so it become a product that can be picked up on a curbside or delivered in that sense. I know, so that now you can kind of innovate in a way, right? We really, in this kind of time, we really have to be creative and thinking out of box, so that way we can, get the business continue going, right? And see, that's what I say, anticipate the change needs to be made. Again, right? Because of the difference in the stage of opening and everything. So you kind of, now that we know, at the beginning of the year, we don't know anything, right? We didn't know that the COVID existed, and that also there's no way we knew even in February and even beginning of March that it's going to be so bad, right? But now we know that it could get better, which is great. You want to have a business plan as well too, that the COVID-19 business plan is also for the fact that actually there's a vaccine, there's effective treatment, that there's maybe some kind of treatment that it really makes people, it's not going to be so deadly, right? It's just become more of a cold, kind of a flu kind of thing. But right now it's not. It's very serious. It's highly contagious. So that when you do the business plan, you want to kind of set up for both, okay? And also make sure that you communicate the new change and update routinely with everybody. So whether it's your clients, customers, your employees, you want to communicate. That's why I say, weekly newsletter is really good. And I know that a lot of people don't like to read, and now we're busy. If we do a long letter, people don't kind of read it, right? So if you want to do something short and with a picture, or with a video, right, you just shoot yourself, or something similar to that. And you don't even need to shoot yourself, right? It can be just a video of explaining things, right? That's 3 minutes. So things like that. Technology has advanced so much that a lot can be done, so that communication makes it easier, and also more grab people's attention, so they will read it, so they know what's going on, and keep them engaged as well too. Okay, and then now all the planning is done. Now you just need to implement the new strategies, right? And getting feedback from the customers and employees, and then look at what is working and what's not working, and adapt and adjust properly. And also make sure that you keep up to date with all the CDC state and your county. And as I said, especially the county regulations. CDC and state will give you a guideline. The county is where, it's important for your business, right? And if you want to know more about, the SBA and disaster loans, PPP, and you probably already got it if you need additional funding or whatever. So my Tuesday's webinar, the first 15 minutes around 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, it's going to give the weekly briefing. Okay, so you can, kind of know what's going on in the regulations well too. Okay, so that's that 15 minutes. And here again, recap for the 3 steps for the business operation. Step one is getting enough PPEs and retrofit your business for social distancing. Step 2 is get operation checklist ready to protect your employees, customers, and yourself. And step 3 is check and reevaluate your inventory, stock items that are relevant for our current situation. Okay, so that's the business operation aspect of it. Now I'm going to briefly talk about sales and marketing, and in the following weeks, we're going to talk more in detail about the sales and marketing, but this is something you can start to consider as well too. Step 1 is evaluate your target customer, existing and new ones, and your checklist is figure out, you probably right? What are your existing customers? Will they still buy and use, buy from you or use your service for now, right? And what are you doing and what can you do to keep your existing customer clients? And how can you get new customer clients? Okay, so those are the things you want to think about, and those are things also we'll cover in our upcoming webinars. And step 2 is define and redefine your current products and services. Checklist is how can you adapt your product and service to be relevant to your COVID-19 era. How many customers and clients can you serve, and what are your new prices? So this actually, I should say, it's a checklist, because checklist is just check, right? It's more your action list of the things you need to think about what to do. And then once you write it down, then become a checklist, right? So it's a step before the checklist in a way, it's more, okay. And then the step 3 is develop your marketing strategy and plan, marketing plans first, actually, I should say marketing plans and strategies. Again, the checklist is how well are you connected with your customers and clients? Do you have their way of contacting them, right? I had a clothing store, but a lot of people, they just come in and they buy, they didn't leave contact information. I have, once they come in, I know, oh yeah, this is my customer. I know you bought before, right? But then a lot of good ones, then I know that, oh yeah, they are a good customer. I have their email, have their phone number. If there's new thing coming up, I would have the store, the sales staff calling them and let them know the new stuff. Or if there's things on sale, I would tell them, they are, this collection's on sale. I know you've been kind of looking at it now, they're on sale. So different things, right? You can contact them in that sense. But if you don't have their information, like a lot of example would be maybe ice cream shop, right? People come in, they buy ice cream, they leave. You didn't do this frequent buying, kind of card, that have the information, then you probably don't have the information, right? Yeah, that's something you probably want to develop later on, right? In that sense, so you get the information, get, contact, the way of contacting with them, okay? And what are your marketing method and budget to reach your target clienteles? For a lot of retail store, I had a clothing store. A lot of my marketing method was, okay, I'm in the busy street, I'm in downtown, and next to 2 restaurants. When people go to restaurant, they'll see me. I have pretty window displays, I have good signage if I have a sale, or different things, right? But that's, a lot of time it's not enough, right? There's other marketing method, which I'll discuss later in the later session as well too. So you want to have your marketing method and budget, right? but before you probably had some, or you may not have, and you may not have, but you may have. So, and then you want to also evaluate, right? What were, are they still relevant? Do you still want to do that, or you want to do something different? And then, of course, now we know that, online, every business, small, I would say brick and mortar business, has to be online, right? So how is your online and social media presence, website, social media, or e-commerce? So again, that's something we will discuss in the later webinars, because without the online marketing, these days, it's really going to be difficult for the business, okay, to be known, to come in that sense, okay? Even, I would say, even for the service sector, okay, that's still very important. Yeah. Okay, so the Tuesday, it's more about the business, all about your business finance, right? So the Thursday ones is the one I talked about, and then we talked today more about the reopening process, right? And then later on, we'll talk more about sales and marketing for your business. And here is the list of the Thursday topic. So today's topic is basically how to set up your business operation checklist for reopening and staying business. And July 16 is going to be how to create your business plan, marketing and plan and strategy, right? So it's basically your business plan and marketing and strategies. I think that will be a great ones to attend. That's next Thursday. And then July 23rd, it's going to be how to develop system and checklists for running business. Again, it's going to be a little bit more business operation. We'll go into more detail. So it's going to, not only system, but also checklists. So you might have different checklists, right? So we're going to talk about that, how to run your business, okay? And then July 28th, that's how to create online marketing strategy, including social media and a website development. And that's the July 8th, okay, the last Thursday of July. So those are going to be the upcoming webinars for business operation and sales and marketing. So here's my special offer for you guys, and the offer is basically free, right? Because I want to help you guys to succeed. Everybody, in the difficult, challenging situation, especially I had a store before. I know how much the rent and everything costs. It's just the burn rate is so big. I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of difficulty and under a lot of stress. And I feel that I can help. I want to help. So the offer is free. Okay, this offer is free, whether it's to help you to assist with your SBA loans and disbursement and process, and suggest accounting systems, spreadsheet to track for your SBA loans, and also help you with business sales and expense projections, set up your business operation health checklist, health and safety checklist. This is more like a OSHA. It's about, I don't know, some people may not know. I don't want to get too much detail in talking about that but it's about OSHA law and different things for business owners, okay? And how to develop a new business plan relevant in today's economy. Again, the general the webinars I have upcoming one will cover things in general, but if you need something specific for your business, that's what I'm listing here, is to help you. That's tailor fit for your business. It's all about you and your business for me to help you, okay? And also develop a marketing plan with you to reach your target customers and clients. You'll have a 1-hour online session with me, plus email and text support. So, any topic, anything you need to do, we'll do one-on-one sessions, and and then you can have that continuous email and text support if you have questions, whatever area you need help with. Okay, or you can break the two sessions, different ways I can help you. Okay, and I have helped general contractors, spa business owners, dentists, restaurant owners, many businesses, okay? And I have helped them to increase sale, reduce expenses and taxes. And even now I've been helping different businesses, helping them going through this, COVID-19 era, give them suggestions, how they can basically pivot their business in that sense, give them really creative suggestions in a sense, because in a way I have a lot of business experience and, in terms of retail, whatever, but also the apparel business I was doing, I had a lot of creativity inside as well too. So I really, my thing, I say my specialty in a way is creative problem solving. I love to solve problems, right? And, even when I was a kid, summertime, people going out play, I was that nerdy kid and, solve math problems, so it's kind of like, I like that aspect, right? If there's challenge, there's problem needs solved, I have creative solutions. Okay, so that's what I like to do to help you, in this time. And then I've been saving them thousands of dollars in the process. Okay, and right now I'm offering my service for free to help small business owners. But it is true that, everybody only have 24 hours, including, we need to sleep, eat, and all that, right? So right now I only have 8 spots available for 8 business owners. But as I say, all the service from me to you is free. Okay. But for that 8 people, I do. And also I have the free done for you services as well too, whether it's to create your business planning or providing you tools and templates for your sales and expense projection. Like what I mean from how is different from that previous one I was talking about. The previous one is we talk about it and you kind of go, and I would say like, okay, do this one, do that one, say business planning, okay, what this and this, right? But for the done for you service means, Victoria, I just need this is my business, this is my situation, can you help me just develop a plan? Okay, rather than say, okay, let's go through the planning process so you can develop a plan. Of course, it's better that way, right? It will take a little bit more time for you, but at least, it's kind of, you go through the process, but you say, I'm busy. I really can't handle it right now, but I understand business planning is important. Can you just help me do a business plan? This is what I want to do, what I want to achieve. Can you just do it? Then I just, create a business plan for you. And same thing with tool and templates. It's like, oh, I just need a sales and projection, expense projection. Can you do it for me? Okay, so that kind of things. And PPP tracker. I will provide this coming Tuesday, I'll have a PPP tracker in a sense, but if you need something specific for your business, right, then let's talk. Otherwise, it's just a generic one. And also, again, your sales and marketing strategies and social media setup, right? Do you have Facebook? Do you have Facebook company page? Is what is, important, whether it's LinkedIn, YouTube. So there's a lot of Facebook, a lot of social media, online marketing, channels and different things. What do you need? How do you need a setup, right? So different things, we can look at it. And help you done that, right? And your website, or do you need to revamp your website? Okay, so you can pick whatever you need help with, and as I say, it's a done for you free service for your business as my way of helping small business owners. Okay. Okay, and here's the contact information. It's, again, my name is Victoria Bracha. Phone number to reach me at is 650-382-1118, or the toll-free number is 833-382-1118. Okay, so and also the way to email me, sometimes it's harder to just, you can leave a message there. It's sometimes hard to, just get me on the phone in a way, because I do have quite a bit of appointments and webinars, and also attending webinars. I'm continue learning from other area to help me to help, know more, so I can help you guys even better, or the SBA updates and everything, right? So if you want, you can just email me at info@victoryfinanceinc.com. Okay, or you can visit my website, victoryfinanceinc.com. Okay, and then to book a free appointment, that's the link is, you can also go online to book the free appointment too, but to book that free appointment is calendly.com/victoryfinance/15min. Calendly is spelled CALENDLY.com. Okay, so Calendly, actually, it's a great, I'm not affiliate with them. I just use a tool. Okay, so a lot of things when I suggest, there's no affiliation, just something I use, I find it useful. And that calendly.com is, they also have a free one. I have the paid version because I need a different calendar events, right? But if you just have one event, or you just do one service, it's great because it integrates with your own, say, like Google Calendar or whatever it is. But this one, you can just send people a link, and then they can, you put the time you're available for business, especially that's great for service type of business, right? And available, and then whether it's whatever minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. And then this way, now you can just have them go online, book themselves, rather than back and forth with email, or oh, I'm available this day and this day around this time, back and forth. Usually if people want to set a meeting with me, I just send them. I will see if it's a 15-minute meeting, or it's a 30-minute meeting, or 1 hour meeting. That's why I have a paid version, because in the free version you can only have one event, so it's one meeting, like 30 minutes or whatever, right? So so for me, I send them the link, and then I say, okay, yes, great, I'd like to follow up meetings, great, and here's my link, right? And that's a great tool for actually all business in that sense as well too. Okay, so that's calendly.com/victoryfinance/15min, 15 minutes meeting. Okay, so great. Great to have you here today, and don't forget to register for my Tuesday one. I also post the link, and for the Tuesday, I have the link earlier for this one, for the Thursday one, but I also post on my comments for the Tuesday link as well too. And if you want to get a hold of me, reach me, okay, whether it's email or phone call or through Calendly. So before I finish, I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate you attending my webinar, and for the Facebook fans, hi, and watching my webinar online. I really want to help the small business owners, and so contact me if you need any help, okay? And I think that even though it seems very difficult, challenging, and stressful, but if we really help each other, like stand united and help each other, we're going to go through that difficult time. Okay. So, and I'm here with you and I want to help you guys. So thank you and take care and stay healthy. Bye. See you next Tuesday. Bye.